Okay, let's roll right into our post race for this afternoon's 65th annual STP 500 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race here at Martinsville Speedway. And our second and third place finishers have joined us here in the Media Center. Our race runner-up is Jimmie Johnson. He drove the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Our third place finisher is his teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. He drove the number 88 Diet Mountain Dew Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Jimmie certainly contending for the win throughout the day, back and forth with the 41 car over the last 50 or 60 laps. Tell us what happened out there.
Just a very strong race car, and we unloaded off the truck fast and qualified well and had an awesome car here in the race today. And of course, disappointed not to get to victory lane, but there wasn't anything else I could do. I got back by him, and I thought that we had control of the race then. I felt like since I hadn't seen him through really any part of the day, that he might have me on short run speed, but he would fall off. And he stayed in my mirror and found a way back by me, and then got a car length or so on me and did an awesome job. So I wish that I could have gotten Rick the win here for his 30th anniversary, but I came up a little short. It wasn't from a lack of effort.
Thank you, Jimmie. And Dale, certainly you battled throughout the day. Gotten a couple of bumps and bruises out there, it looked like. But just talk about the race out there today. It certainly was no easy task out there getting around this short track today, was it?
Yeah, well, it was pretty easy till the end. All you had, you had to just discipline yourself to not use the throttle, and I think we'll have a lot of fun looking at the throttle trace on some of them runs, because I was quarter throttle at the max under the lap. I was probably quarter throttle toward the end of them runs, even on the straightaways. It just wasn't no point in mashing the gas any further than that. But I just, when guys were faster, I just let them go and just sit there and take. I was real patient all day and saving the left rear and just, waiting until the end, see where we'd be. And we had good track position. Inside of 38 laps to go, I thought everybody was just going to go like hell, and so we all did and ended up running third. I think the two guys in front of me I was losing my car pretty fast there the last 5 laps, so I didn't have anything else to get there. I got a couple lap guys gave me the outside instead of the inside. That's their right, but that cost me a little time and maybe some wear and tear on my tires. But I thought when we passed the 22, we might be able to roll up there and get in the middle of that race for the win. But those guys' cars, they're pretty good. There's nobody like him. I don't expect the next guy to come in there and mimic him or be like him. We'll work that out and communicate how we need to communicate going forward. But yeah, he does a great job of keeping my mind focused on the tasks. And there's several different things you're doing in the car during a run, and you can forget to, you can easily get yourself carried away and race a guy and forget taking care of your car and taking care of your left rear tire, and it's easy to get swept up in the competition of things. And he's good at sort of cheerleading you on the way and running the show. He does a good job on top of the box.
Let's go to Tom Jensen to the far right behind the cameras. Tom.
Hi, guys. This is for either one of you. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Got to ask, with Stewart Haas winning 2 of the first 6 races, do you ever look at Rick and go, what were you thinking about bringing them on board as partners?
I don't. I look at it as an opportunity to learn more. I look at it as an opportunity to understand new ideas. It's a go ahead. It's a good partnership that works both ways.
Yeah, totally agree. And they're an important part of Hendrick Motorsports in general. We wouldn't be as strong as we are as a company if we didn't have the relationship either.
I'll say, I don't know the crew chief on the 41 that well yet, but it's been a real pleasure being able to communicate with Rodney from the 4-car, and that, you sort of build those relationships throughout the year with those guys, and it all works back and forth.
Thank you. We'll go to Adam back here, and then we'll go to Carlos to the far right.
Guys, Adam Haynes for the Danville Register and B. Did you feel any added pressure going into this week, knowing that it was the anniversary of Rick's 30th first win, and knowing that it happened at this track?
Go ahead. Rick's had so much success here, starting with the first win, and it's been great to watch Rick have so much success here. It's been awesome seeing the company go to victory lane, and it's been great to be a part of understanding how that works and benefiting from it. But we run third today because we got great teammates that understand how to get around here and put good cars on the track, and we lean on that. So it's been a great experience seeing it happen, and I'm sure that either one of us would have loved to have won that race for Rick, and we'll get more opportunities to win more races. And I'm just frustrated. I've been chasing the clock here for so long, so hopefully one of these days it'll work out.
Go over here to the far right, Carlos, and then let's go to the back. Go ahead, Carlos.
Dale, Carlos Mendez, Forward Star Telegram. You mentioned racing with discipline today. Can you afford to race with less discipline at other tracks, like next week, for example?
Well, when I mean racing with discipline today, I mean you couldn't run any harder with the wear we had on the tires. You just couldn't afford to. You saw how the 20 car and the 18 car, those guys would run real hard at the lead early in the race, and they set an example for the rest of us to watch out, and be easy on that left rear tire, and it just goes away like a snap. And I couldn't afford to run any harder if I wanted to be competitive on the end of these runs, and particularly we see longer runs here than we saw today. None of the runs went past 80 laps, but typically we see a good long run in the middle of the race, and we're just ready for that.
Let's go way in the back. Kelly, raise your hand, please. Go ahead.
All the way in the back. 2 questions for Jimmie. Kelly Crandall from Popular Speed. Jimmie, I don't want to be the downer, but over the last couple of years, for as much as you've won, you've lost a lot of races dominating like today. Are they starting to add up in your mind? Any frustration?
No, but thanks for the reminder.
I said I didn't want to be a downer, but...
I got to figure something out. Hopefully I'll win a race soon or a championship. No, to be truthful, last year I felt like some got away that I definitely had control of, and was disappointed myself on some of that. Some of the stuff circumstances got me, but we left a lot of wins on the table last year for sure. Today I couldn't have done any more. I just got beat, so you're going to have those too, and you got to recognize when you get beat, and you got to recognize when you make mistakes, and today we just got beat.
So along those lines about today, as far as Martinsville goes, when you dominate, I don't know if it's ever happened to come as close as today. So what is the feeling today, besides the fact that that you got beat at Martinsville, which is you've won here 8 times?
I mean, it's nice to know that our cars are good. This track is in the chase, so we'll come back a lot smarter and try to prevent running second again. You just learn from learn from the situation. I'm not saying there was a mistake today, but you learn from this weekend and carry it forward. There's a brand new car and a lot of stuff to figure out. So I know in the coming months, the car's setups will be a lot different, and we'll just keep evolving and try to prevent running second. Thanks for the hard questions.
Far right, Mike.
Mike Neff from FredStretch.com again. This one's for you, Jimmie. A couple of years back, Kurt was quoted on camera as saying there were 41 cars on a track he would rather lose to than losing to the 48. But you guys obviously had a great race today, and it was predominantly clean. Is that indicative of the fact that you two have gotten beyond that point? You're now able to race without any kind of animosity towards each other, let's say?
Yeah, for sure. I think things came to a head at Pocono, and then Richmond was shortly thereafter. And after the Richmond race, we sat down and talked long about things and got through it. And, through some of the struggles he's had the last couple of years before he landed at Stewart-Haas, I've been there and kind of advised, not necessarily advised, but had conversations with him, gave him my opinion. I was happy to see him go to Stewart-Haas. He's a fantastic driver, and with the way we share information, we can learn from him and learn from that. So we're definitely in a good place. That's for sure. I think today was very representative of that.